So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for the weekly movie hunt. Yeah, got my Jaws shirt on. We're going to go out and see Jaws today. I'm going to drop in some stores, probably Walmart, a Barnes& and Noble, definitely going in Target. So the normal places. We're going to see if they got anything. I'm actually looking for a couple of collectible items, not just movies. So let's get out there. Let's get into the hunt. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Have you seen this guy going viral named Jeffman? Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I want him so bad.
Oh my god, yes, totally.
We'll start this hunt in Walmart, and no, I'm not going to stop. We'll never stop hunting. Let's go to the new release, the front of the section. Lilo and Stitch, 1996 for the DVD. They got the 2-movie collection. Here's your Blu-ray slipcover, and $24.96. And I'm not picking that up, so I'm not a fan of that movie. But here's something new: King of Kings for $22.96, DVD and Blu-ray. 1923 season 2. Still got the Casper Steelbook for $29.96. Nothing new down there. How to Train Your Dragon. Thunderbolts no longer has a slip, I see. The Accountant still does. Excellent slipcover on that. How to Train Your Dragon. And here's the other new release. They do have the 4K of Karate Kid Legends. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not a huge fan of the Karate Kid. I don't know if I'm going to pick that up right now. Yeah, sorry. The Conjuring, they got the Steelbook up here.
They did get the Conjuring.
It's a 4K and digital. A lot of people are complaining about that. No Blu-ray in there, so you got to keep your Blu-ray. Twisters double feature. That's a decent looking Steelbook, but I already own both of them on Steelbook. I'm not double dipping them. $44.96.
That's too fucking high!
No way. Spirited Away for $22.96. And there's the Ace Ventura. They still got Chainsaw Man. A lot of good Steelbooks over here at Walmart still. So that's pretty impressive. We just give a glance on this section to make sure they didn't add anything new TV wise. Not really seeing anything. Game of Thrones up there. Baywatch. In fact, if that comes down in price, I'm going to get that. Nope, doesn't look like they added anything new this week. I don't see anything on sale either. Anything in this section? There's the Walking with Dinosaurs. Ash for $15. Rust. Dark Match, we picked that up, so that's a pretty good Shudder movie. Freaky Tales. So it doesn't look like they added anything here, but we'll give it a glance. Wider Shot. Hey, look, here's those golden books. Look here, I found one in there. My wife was looking at it. Jaws. That's pretty cool, other than they changed the ending. Oh, look, they got a nice, cool looking Halloween display. Circle of Bones. I've never heard of that movie. Looks like they got some movies added to the top. Lantern's Lane, other than the standard glow-in-the-dark slipcovers, which is nice to see. Pearl, that Pearl right there, that's the Walmart exclusive. It's got a slipcover. Conjuring, that's timely. Got a couple Halloween releases. That's a new slipcover for the Halloween 4K. That's nice to see. At least they're adding something. I don't know if I want to pick that up or not. But you know me with Halloween. That's a nice slipcover. I don't know. What about Lantern's Lane? Does anybody know about that? That's a nice looking horror villain in there. I might have to think about these two as low budget, horror titles that I haven't actually gotten. Lantern's Lane's only $8, so that might be one to pick up, other than the slipcovers are damaged. Maybe I'll get one. I don't know. I might get that Halloween. I'm not sure.
So you're in here.
I told you I'll double dip on my favorite movies, and that's Jaws and Halloween. So I may just have to do it because there's nothing else to get. I'm going to skip. I put back the Karate Kid Legends. I'm not getting that this week. I'll wait and get it when it's on sale. A lot of people are finding this section marked down, but I don't see any sale stickers on it or clearance stickers. And nobody's buying that shit there. But hey, look, they got another section, haunted haunts. Terrifier, Halloween, Leprechaun. That's an awesome set there. Love at First Bite and Once Bitten. Conjuring, Final Destination, Nosferatu. At least they got some Blu-rays in here this time. This is nice. So 2 horror sections. Kudos to Walmart.
Let's fucking go!
Awesome, yeah. That's a good set right there for 15 bucks. Got Terrifier with slipcover. I said haunted haunts. I'm a fucking idiot. It's Halloween haunts. I can't read.
The National Roof Program, Reading is Fundamental, brings these boys and girls all kinds of books.
They got more of these Jaws McFarlane sets. The Office got a King Kong back there. That Jaws is pretty awesome. I picked that up. You saw that in the haul video last week. If you watched it. If you didn't, go back and watch that. You'll get another one soon. I don't see anything else added in here. Let's just give the Pops a glance. There's an Egon and a Peter Venkman, so there's more Ghostbusters.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Kim Possible, that's kind of cool. That Electric State, that's a nice looking little pop up there. And Superman. So that's about all in this section. I will tell you, oh look, there's our friend. And who's chasing who? The predator becomes the prey this time. Ha 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 ha. Alright, we're going to go into the what I call the tower target. And damn, look, they took the logo off the tower. My wife and I are going in here before the movie. So what do they got wrestling wise? Big Evil Undertaker. Those are kind of cool. I always wait and get the Legends on clearance now. Sorry. The Great Muta. Terry Funk was the one that had a chase. So I was wrong thinking it was Muta. That set there, $85. No thank you. There's the Razor Ramon in green. Ultimate Edition. And there's a Roman Reigns. With an updated like head sculpts. Here's Jey Uso with his shiny Yeet outfit.
And yeet!
I don't really see anybody else in there. There's an AEW pay-per-view of Orange Cassidy. And another one of Kill Switch. How many of these damn AEW pay-per-views are they going to have out? They never sell. They always clearance them out. I don't see anything else there. Star Wars wise, too expensive. $34 for a Star Wars figure. I remember when those things were $24. Hey, there's a cool Scratchy. You rarely ever see those. They got Bart. This is cool. Sideshow Bob. I remember seeing that one in Five Below. I think the box might have been a little different. Might have had the hanger tab. The big ones. That's about the only one. And I'll put those up as soon as I'm done. Don't worry. I don't leave a mess behind. What the hell is that? That Mothra is kind of cool. What do they got over here? There's people beside me, so I'm trying to hurry.
Don't these people have jobs or homes or something?
Don't rush a YouTuber doing a hunt. Come on now.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one of those little Superman reaction figures. You know, I don't buy many of those. I bought a ton in the past, and the damn bubbles pop off the card so easy, and it's just the glue dries. It doesn't rip. It actually doesn't even leave, any marks or anything. Oh shit! Look, the Batmobile was $13. I said I'd buy it if they marked it down. Here's a Platinum Edition Batman. There's your Superman. What'd you guys think of Superman? Put in the comments down below. A couple Batman figures. One of them's a Platinum Edition. I might have to get that Superman. I like that. Batman. Here's some new animated figures. That's kind of cool. Any other ones in the set? Looks like they got Killer Croc. That's nice. I like that. Jonah Hex is the Build-A-Figure. Huh. What is this? Mr. Terrific. I thought that was a Walmart exclusive. Did somebody... Look at that weird price. Did somebody bring that back here? But they bought it at Walmart? They still got this here as well. The Tar Man Ben Cooper figure. That's pretty neat. Anything back here? Super Friends. That's a Bride of Frankenstein. I think that's a new NECA figure. This Target has NECA. My local one doesn't. Nice black and white Frankenstein figure. I just watched Young Frankenstein. You guys like that movie? Dracula. Nice black and white Dracula with the top hat. They got Curse of Michael Myers. Friday the 13th. A nice Snoopy figure. What do we got here? Zombies. Oh, that's Minecraft. Got a NECA blind bag that somebody looks like they half opened. No thank you. And over here, look, these are tiny nightmares that I found. One of you guys recommended them. And I think I'm going to buy some of these and I might open them on the channel. They got codes on there that might could help you discover which one's in the box. So maybe I'll buy some of those, maybe not. But I think I'm going to get these 6 here at least. I wonder if they'll let me have the box. Hey, don't forget these. These were up front at last week's Target. I thought I'd show you. They got these light up Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein heads. Those are pretty cool for $5. I know a lot of people are finding them and buying them, and then the Target that I went into didn't have them. So this was from last week. Don't forget those. So let's head into Barnes and Noble Booksellers. Yeah, let's see what they got. So in this first section, they got that high price 40-year-old virgin Steelbook, The Accountant 2. What else they got? There's The Accountant. Look, I'm going to help them. I'm going to put those two together. They're supposed to be together, not separate. They did have a Criterion last week. Look at there that we found after hours. Maybe my store will start getting some of those back. Why is this flipped around? 50% off of Arrow Video stuff. I've already got Alice, Sweet Alice, so don't need that. Why was it backwards? I don't know. I'm a little OCD about stuff like that, so I'll have to fix it for them. Deep Blue Sea, might be time to pick that up 50% off. That would only be $30 in here. That's a pretty good deal. What is this? Deer Hunter for $10. That's a pretty decent movie. The Crow, that's the original. I thought Paramount stuff was 50% off as well. I have to check that out. There's The Conjuring, only 20% off in here. So it'd be $10, it'd be $42. That's not outrageous for Barnes & Noble, but they do have the slipcover version if you're looking for that. Walmart only had the Steelbook, but I think it was only $29, so yeah, that's way too high. So no, don't get that in here, definitely. But it's only got the 4K and the digital, no Blu-ray in there. Why is this backwards? So Cobra, 50% off. So that's nice. Cocktail, that's a good movie. They got the Blu-ray in here, so they got some cheap titles in here as well. What else we got? What is this? Heretic. The Hellboy. What'd you guys think of that? Did you see it? The reboot, remake, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not seeing much there. I was talking about the Indiana Jones Steelbook set with somebody in one of the live streams. I was looking to see if they had any of those Steelbooks, but obviously they don't. They're worth a lot of money. So, Last Tango in Paris, a Vinegar Syndrome title. Aaron Brockovich, that's a new release this week, I think. 33 is a little high for that. I wonder if it's 30% off. It would probably be worth picking it up then if it was, but that's a decent movie. But I've got the Blu-ray. I don't think I need that in 4K. I don't need everything in 4K. Oh, goddamn, look, another title turned around. Elvira. Man, I should have fixed that one. Final Destination. Bring Her Back. Why is the A24 stuff over here? That's weird. Billy Madison turned the wrong way. There's the 4K from Kino with that. Who put these movies out? What the hell are you thinking? Chinatown. The Two Jakes is coming out soon. The sequel to Chinatown. What do you guys think of those? Xanadu. What do you think of Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John? I don't think I need that in 4K. I almost skipped that one, so I'm going to insert that right there. I'm going to put it back on the shelf, but while we're looking, they do have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, at 50% off from the Arrow sale. And what else? Do they have the other one? Do they have the other one? Yeah, they do. Look at there. 2 Arrow 4K 50% off, so you can get them at Barnes & Noble or your online retailers. So that's kind of nice. Still got Terminator with a slip down there. What else we got? The Stuff, another 4K from Arrow that you can pick up part of this 50% off sale. And straight out of Compton, will make your cash go straight out of your wallet if you buy that shit in here. Or anywhere. Those Steelbooks are outrageous. As I told you in my Changing Habits video, if you haven't watched that, please go watch it now. I am not double dipping or buying a lot of those expensive things, but look at all this wasted space for CDs and audiobooks. What a waste. Over here on the end cap, we got Captain America. Nothing I need to see. Television wise, I don't think they've got anything. More Star Trek Voyager. Who needs all that Star Trek Voyager stuff? Dude, you can get your Star Trek stuff and your BBC stuff, like Doctor Who, in Barnes & Noble. So, decent selection of that stuff. But I'm not seeing anything else over here. A bunch of damn pops down there. They're filling the holes with pops. Yeah, we got Lilo and Stitch over here in the family section. 40% off Blu-ray, so that's not a bad deal. How to Train Your Dragon. Thought I saw the Steelbook of that in here. Where was it? Did I see that in here? Yeah, there it is. 30% off of that. Got a spider wrap around it. Oh well. Don't see anything else in the children's section. What's over here anime wise? That's pretty nice. Nice little anime section. Nothing I need though. I'm not familiar with most of that. Blue Giant. Here's some Arrow titles. Andromeda Strain. Same shit we've seen. The Cell, Blu-ray and 4K. Make sure you get your replacement disc for those if you get it. I'm not sure how you can tell if the ones in stores have the replacement disc. Do you guys know? Perpetrator. That's fairly new. I think it came out last week. You got Cruising. Then we got the A24 stuff. I don't think they added anything new. Look, got Peepin' Tom, a Criterion down there. That's a good movie. More A24 stuff. Civil War down there. Oh well, nothing left in this section that I can see. Let's see what else we can find in this store. I got one thing I want to look at before I go. But they got this one section over here. Nice slip covers for those 3 Clint Eastwood movies. Tommy Boy on Steelbook. This is just a mix match of stuff. Kinos, Paramounts, new releases, Arrows, Shouts. That's just a mix. And here's the Steelbook section, and they still left the Coneheads and Billy Madison. I mean, a Happy Gilmore that I put over here. Wonder why they didn't put it in the regular section.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
And not familiar with most of that anime, but it looks like they got a nice selection. Megan, Creepshow, Carrie. This is what I wanted to look at. They got these games in here. I've obviously shown you that Halloween one before, but look, they got Taboo Horror. They got quite a few horror board games and stuff in here. So if you're into that, Final Girl. What is this? Poppy Playtime, Factory Frenzy. Alice is Missing. Stupid Deaths. That sounds cool. American Psycho. Look, they got a Terrifier figure down here. Look, Art the Clown. Bloodbath. And isn't that the one that they sold at Walmart? Oh well, that's weird to have that in here. It barely fits in the hole. And then they got a Chucky game down there. Alright, so we're going to go into one more Walmart. I want to see if they get some Walmart has a full like horror display section, since the one we looked at didn't have hardly anything. So my wife and I are going to go into this Walmart. So they got the Monsters of the Night. Looks like they got a few extra titles here. It's still not fully stocked. Night Gallery, Kolchak. And not all of them have the slipcovers. I wonder why some of them do, some of them don't. Nosferatu, I don't remember seeing that in the other one. That's a nice slipcover for for a DVD. This is new. I didn't see this in the other one. Salem's Lot. That's my favorite scene from that movie. So that's awesome that they put a slipcover on that. That's only like $7, I think. There's that Circle of Bones. They've got a bunch of those. They got the Lost Boys 3-film collection. Lanterns Lane. So maybe I'll pick up something off of that display. They didn't have anything else in the new release section that we hadn't seen. But over here in the toys, you got this Platinum Edition of Guy Gardner. That looks pretty neat. We got this Spawn figure. 3,400 pieces. Is that a statue? Huh. That's kind of neat. Oh well. Got a Batman Platinum Edition. Got some statues there. Got the Jaws in here as well. So if you're a fan of that, that's what I'm going to see right before this hunt. Yeah, I got to get the music going.
Pretty much. Why not?
Not seeing anything else, but this is going to turn into a shirt hunt. There's a new Chucky shirt out there. It's like Days of the Week. That's kind of neat. So they don't have Fat Man size in that one. So get you a new Chucky shirt at Walmart.
They're not a fat guy.
I think they're $8.98. There's the Superman. They got a Happy Gilmore, some Simpsons, Smurfs down there. Look, they got these hoodies. Got a camouflage Chucky. This Friday the 13th's fucking badass right here, though. Look, man. The hockey mask with a blood splatter, the cabin. I might have to get that. Then they got the Halloween shirts. Halloween 2, Here to Crash the Party. They got this Silence of the Lambs that look like somebody balled it up and threw it in the trash. Then they got a Pennywise. There's another It. I Got Your Back. That's pretty funny with skeletons on it. And then I saw this one laying over on the side. There's a new Scream shirt as well, so that's neat. So get your Scream and your horror shirts at Walmart. They had this toy section up way away from the toys. It's weird. It's that new section that they're building with all the little figure displays on top. So instead of doing it as a section in the middle, they're doing it as an actual display aisle, which I'm all for that. Got this J. Jonah Jameson Spider-Man figure. Got that War Machine Omega Red 2-pack people are looking for. It's nice to finally see some of this shit in stores. Got a Spider-Man Spirit Spider figure. That's neat. Thunderbolts. And look here, Star Wars. That's cool. But you see what I see down here? You can't see me. The You Can't See Me John Cena figure. I might have to pick these up. Walmart exclusives. I thought that was an Ultimate Edition. Looks like it might just be an Elite. But those are some of his last figures. Probably his last 2 Walmart figures.
My name is John Cena. The name I use in the ring is John Cena. My government name is John Cena.
Yeah, the GOAT, John Cena. I think people are finally giving him some respect. Zodiac, Star Wars. So this is kind of cool to end the hunt here. So let's go online and see what we could have found and then close out the video. So let's take a look online and see what came out for the release week of August 26th. 2025. So as you can see right there, the first one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the reboot, remake, whatever that's the Arrow Video 4K. So I know everybody was getting those, and it's weird how they separate them there. You got Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the anniversary edition of that. and Steelbook in between, but then there's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. So look back on the channel and you'll see where I unboxed and talked about both of those movies and why it may be important for you to get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning if you've got the ability to watch it in 4K because of something related to the unrated version. So you got City on Fire 4K, you got The Conjuring 4K Steelbook, obviously because the new movie's coming out. You got a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome titles here, and if you look back on the channel, I did a Vinegar Syndrome unboxing. So these I probably won't include because these are the non-slipcover versions that I think are out right here. You got Carrie 2 4K, The Rage. You got Mac and Me 4K. That's a VSU title originally. Young Gary, how you pronounce that? Monster from the Deep. You got The Card Player, and then but Aaron Brockovich is new. That's a 4K that came out this week. The Rundown, old movie with The Rock, very underrated. Deathstalker 1 and 2 in a double pack from Shout/Scream Factory. But I'm a Cheerleader 4K. I think that's the Amazon exclusive. Lilo and Stitch 4K Steelbook. There's The Conjuring 4K. Of Monsters and Madness. Get Carter 4K. Anita Swedish Nymphette. Adults only. That's funny. I don't know anything about that. Put in the comments down below if you do. You got that Karate Kid Ultimate 6 movie set that's cost way too much money. It's like $250 or something like that. Scoop, a Woody Allen movie. That's a Kino release. Robo Warriors. You got the High Tension set from Severin. Slacks. That's a very underrated like horror comedy from Shudder. I recommend watching that. There's your slipcover version of Karate Kid Legends. Teenage Gang Debs. Sharksploitation, very good shark documentary. I recommend. Look for the slipcover version of that because it's got a really nice slipcover. Huckleberry Hound Show. You got a couple of the cinematographs releases, Mixed Blood 4K and The Woman Chaser. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I ordered those and they haven't arrived yet. So may not have them for the haul video, but if not, I'll show them later. Seven Woman. Anything good here? They Call Her Death. Is that any good? I don't know anything about that movie. Ghostlight, Saving Face, a Criterion release. There's the Steelbook of Karate Kid. Another one of those $45, $50 Steelbooks that I'll be skipping. Confessions of a Psycho Cat, The Fat Black Pussycat. I don't know anything about those. Put in the comments down below if you do. We Are What We Are. That's a pretty decent movie. Intruder in the Dust of Warner Archives. The Heat Wave lasted 4 days. I don't know about that. Only the River Flows. The Odd Job. Baby Assassins 3. The Ghost of Peter Sellers. I don't know anything about that movie. Let me know in the comments down below about that. Emergency, the complete series in 4K. On Blu-ray. There's the Karate Kid Legends Blu-ray. Babylon Pink. That's an interesting title there. Oh, the cover. I don't know anything about the rest of those. Negative, so a lot of Severin releases. The King of Kings. Stockholm Bloodbath. Sorry, I skipped that one. Invasion USA. The Larry Cohen Mystery and Misdirection set. Eureka. There's the Twisters double feature Steelbook. The Unholy Trinity. Psycho Beach Party. That Midnight Kiss. A Man of Integrity. I Can See You. That's almost reminds me of a Monty Python type cover. Warm Water Under a Red Bridge. There's some One Piece. Permanent Damage. Watch Them Come Blood. There's some Anime City Hunter. Look at Mama's Dirty Girls. Might have to think about getting that just from the title. Self Driver. A lot of anime titles this week, along with Get Carter stuck right in the middle. More anime. Inkheart, probably another one of those re-releases, along with Barry Lyndon, Being There, and How to Be Single. Being There's got a nice Criterion release, if I would get that. Looks like Hall Pass is getting a re-release. That movie's awesome. And then nothing else. So, a couple good new release titles. Severin's got some stuff out, some Steelbooks. You can go back and pick up your basic versions of Vinegar Syndrome. the rundown with The Rock. So a lot of good mix this week, man. A really nice release week. Lots to choose from. So let me know in the comments down below what you picked up, and you'll see what I got in the haul. But other than that, let's close out the video. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. If you can see it, look way back there in the back. JeffMan316 Live is where you and we join up right here, usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, physical media, everything else we cover on the channel we can talk about, including wrestling. Yeah, I really appreciate the support you guys give me over there on that. But it wasn't a bad hunt. The collectibles I was looking for I actually found. I found some of those Tiny Nightmares in Target. Unexpectedly, was looking for wrestling figures just to see. I always look for those. Found the John Cena Walmart figures in that display. My local stores didn't have it, so luckily I went out to see Jaws. It was great as always. I'm back home now after seeing it, so hopefully you guys checked out Jaws. If you haven't and you do like Jaws, check out the Jaws popcorn buckets and cups video. Sorry about that I just dropped. It was kind of cool. I don't collect popcorn buckets. I've gone over that multiple times in videos and streams. I just didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I did have to do it for Jaws. I always say that I don't want to double dip anymore either, like I'm changing my collecting habits, but I will tell you I double dipped on a couple items in this one, but they're from my favorite movies. At least one of them was, and one of them was really cheap, so you can probably guess what it is. But if you don't want to guess, watch the next video. It'll be the haul video. I did buy some of those Tiny Nightmares. I'm going to do an unboxing video of those, and I can let you know about how you can discover which ones are in those boxes as well. So look out for that video. Did a couple other, went to a couple other stores during this trip, so watch out for some new content. Went into another Spirit Halloween as well, so got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the channel. Watch that last Spirit Halloween hunt I did. That was kind of fun. It's great seeing those stores finally opening up. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. You can be cool by dropping a like on the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that normal YouTube stuff. Support me any way you can, whether it be financially, whether it just be watching the videos, whether it be throwing up likes. Put some comments on there. It gets traction on the video as well. Let me know the stuff that you bought, the stuff that you didn't like that I bought, the stuff that you did like that I bought, all that kind of stuff. Keep supporting me. If you are a subscriber, you rule. We're almost at 4,000. I'll do a giveaway when I hit 4,000. So make sure you subscribe and share the content and tell people to come over. And if you are a subscriber, hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. Got lots of links of ways you can help the channel. If you buy physical media, check out Valoria Video. I got an affiliate link down there. It helps me out. I've got some eBay stuff, some movies like Sterling Entertainment Films. Lots of cool stuff on the channel. So check it all out. And hopefully you guys will keep supporting me, and I'll keep making the great content for you. Until next time, boys and girls, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.